Hey there, it's David here, and welcome back to Shedding Light. Great to see you again for another video. Today's video is probably an unusual subject and probably not something that anybody thinks about before they buy a shed. It is, of course, the subject of knee brackets. Yes, they're such an exciting subject, but they can have a huge difference on the amenity and usability of your shed. So look, knee brackets are the elbows of your shed. They are the structural steel plates, or basically lengths of steel that connect the vertical wall columns to the sloping roof structure, whether that be a skillion roof or a portal frame with a gable roof. In a portal frame shed, the knee is the point of the maximum stress. When the wind blows against the side of your shed, it's the knee brackets that stop the whole thing from folding in like a deck of cards. So they can play a very important part in the design of your shed. Now, I've worked for a couple of different shed companies over my time, and they both have a different approach to the way that knee brackets are used. So my last employer was absolutely adamant. They were using the fact that there were no knee plates or knee brackets in their sheds as a major selling point. So that was, there's no knee brackets in the shed. That gives you an absolutely unimpeded amount of space inside the shed. So therefore, the shed is bigger internally and better and stronger. Now, yes, the argument holds water, but the problem with the argument is that you take away those knee brackets and you have to put the strength back somewhere else. Now, what that means is that you are going to pay more for a shed without knee brackets than you are going to pay for a shed with knee brackets. So, and the difference in a shed can be substantial. If we're talking a shed that's maybe 9 by 12 meters, the shed difference in price can be anywhere between $1,500 and $2,000. So it's a substantial amount of money. Now, the other downside of having no knee brackets in your shed is that if you are trying to use all of the maximum width of the shed, so for example, let's say you are driving the vehicle into the shed, if you had before a 150 millimeter wide post in the shed on both sides, that means that it's basically stealing a total of 300 millimeters from the width of your shed, because of course you've got to drive between those posts. So that's with the knee brackets. Now, you take the knee brackets out, of course, those posts have to get wider. So if you end up then with a, say, C200 instead of a C150, that means that you're losing 400 millimeters from the inside of your shed. So if your shed's only, say, 7 meters wide and it's got knee brackets, and then you take those knee brackets out, you're probably going to lose another, maybe 9 inches to a foot of width from the width of your shed when you are driving in the short end of the shed or through the gable end. So the knee brackets can make a bit of a difference. So anyway, I've put some diagrams up here of what the knee brackets look like, so you can see what they actually look like and what they do. So look, they're not as bad as everybody makes them out to be, because look, quite frankly, they don't affect everybody. If you are driving a caravan through a gable building and it is particularly, say, tall, you need a 3.5 metre high door, and maybe your shed's 9 metres wide or 10 metres wide, and those knee brackets are going to intrude in the building, probably going to be hanging down lower than the height of your door. So if you do have knee brackets in a shed that has it has a 3.5 meter high door with a 4.4 or 4.5 meter high wall height, it means that you're going to be banging into them basically with your caravan as you drive down the length of the shed. So they do make a difference. So taking them out may be the option for you, but keep in mind that that is going to cost you more money for the shed. Now, of course, they don't affect everybody. If you have a shed where the doors are in the gutter side of the shed, then of course the knee brackets run in the same direction that you're driving in and out of the shed. So they're really not going to affect you in any way, shape, or form, because you're not going to notice them driving in and out through the gutter side, because they're pretty much going to be in line with the direction that you are traveling. So if you've got your doors in the gutter length of the shed, knee brackets are probably not so much of a concern, and you might as well save some money on the shed as having no knee brackets and then paying that extra $1,500 to $2,000, say, bigger shed, bigger knee brackets, and then, using that money for something else, maybe like some roller door openers or something like that. So anyway, it's just a quick thing to think about when you are getting a shed quote. Think about the knee brackets. Ask the person who you're talking with at the shed company about the knee brackets and how they are going to affect your use of the shed. So anyway, that's the video for today. Nice and quick. If you enjoy the video, please click the like button. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe. And if you'd like to be let know about future videos, also click the notification button. So anyway, have a great day. That's David from Shedding Light signing off, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks very much.